Sunshine, Chapter 9, Truth or Dare. Seb and Andy were taken out into a hallway as it was my turn first. Theo was a middle-aged man with graying hair with flecks of blonde and black. He wasn't particularly tall, maybe around 5 feet. The lab coat was itself perfectly fitted to him, and he had a few devices in his pockets. Let's begin. What is your full legal name? Oh, this was going to be fun. Gordon Charles Xavier. He looked at the tablet in his hands and nodded. How old are you? What the hell does it matter? 42. He seemed a bit surprised at my answer. I did have a naturally young disposition. Your sexuality? Well, this got personal quick. Pansexual. He nodded again. Your gender identity? What the hell did it matter? Why? Theo just stood there and repeated the question. I sighed and told him a secret nobody knew. Female. I just sat there, and a sense of anger rose from my core. Not even my brother knew I'd always struggled with my identity. Biggest regret? Oh, this wasn't fair. Saving Seb. That hurt a lot to admit. Why? Wow, this was just far too unfair. Because I had developed feelings for him, and if I were to lose him, I'd be devastated. He nodded. You have passed. Welcome to the city state of Vegas. I felt defiled, my whole body felt soiled and dirty. Send in your brother next, please. I solemnly nodded and left the room to grab Andy. You're up, brother. Best of luck. Don't lie, no matter how much you want to. He walked past me, and I could have sworn I saw his eyes peer deep into my soul. I quickly averted my eyes, and there was Seb standing there. My heart started to race, and I just started to cry. Hey, what's wrong? Seb came to hug me, and I melted at his touch, but the contact also brought up so much self-induced hatred. I looked into his green eyes, the eyes I'd gotten lost in many times before. He seemed to catch a certain look in my eyes, which only forced him to hug harder, making the pain infinitely stronger. You know you can tell me anything, right? I nodded, but this wasn't just the truth, it was a deeply held secret. Not this, Seb. He seemed confused about what I'd said. Why? He would look at me with only disgust if I was honest. 'Cause you'll hate me for it. He smiled and put his hand to my face. I can't hate you for your love. That would just be cruel. What? What do you mean? He mockingly repeated what I said back to me. I'm young, but I'm not a fool. The way you look at me and your interest in behavior around me, it's pretty obviously that you love me. How did you know? But how'd you figure it out? I said, choking on my words. Because of how you try and hold yourself. You hide yourself away behind drugs and the inability to be yourself. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not a man, are you? Ouch, that one hurt. What gave it away? He smiled warmly at me, causing my heart to flutter and my face blush. Things like that. Plus, I'm trans myself. My first girlfriend was trans. What? You're trans? He just smiled and nodded, causing me to blush harder and start to stutter. It's sweet the way you can't hide anymore. He said sweet. Why? How is it sweet? Then he gave me this look. Because you're finally free. Tell Andy. Andy then walked out of the room. Tell me what? Stay tuned for chapter 10 and then coming up soon. Okay, bye. Love y'all. Choo-choo.